I cannot, in good conscience, bring someone in to be superintendent, whoever it is, with a board that is this divided, with leadership on this board, which I'm very disappointed in that is this divided.
Division, and tonight, no decision on a new superintendent for East Baton Rouge Parish Schools. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. The school board, I should say, meeting for more than 4 hours tonight. They wrapped up just after 9 o'clock. The tempers and emotions were raw for just about everyone in that very packed room. News 2's Alexis Maroney is outside the school board office where everyone has cleared out for the night. With less than a month before children head back to class, we still don't know who will lead EBR schools.
Sylvia, we sat in that boardroom for 5 hours waiting for an answer, but still, we do not know who the next superintendent of East Baton Rouge schools will be. No decision was made, and board members remain in a deadlock between the no decision, which would be choosing Adam Smith or Kevin George. Board members cannot decide. Now, this is what's happened tonight. So board members first tried to add Adam Smith to the ballot, making him the third candidate next to Andrea Zayas and Kevin George. That motion did not pass, despite hours of community input and public response. That led to roughly another hour of comments from the public and state officials even. Now, when members did finally vote for the two candidates, 4 chose not to vote at all, siding with Adam Smith because that first motion did not pass. Goday, board member Goday actually abstained, deciding not to vote at all. And then finally, everyone else voted for Kevin George. So you can see where that was split. But here's what folks had to say tonight.
I think that we need to rally behind our community, because that's what a democracy is, and do what we need to do to get the person in this seat that needs to be in it.
We all have a lot of different viewpoints about how we want to get where we're going and how we advocate for our communities, but I will never call their motives into question. But that's happened to me a lot, and it makes it very, very difficult for me to get where we need to go.
We need to stop the division in this city. We must come together. This is a city of love and peace, and I don't see that with this board.
I've been accused of threatening to have a strike, threatening to have a walkout, threatening that teachers and support workers will not report to work on the first day of the students. Let me make something very, very clear. This is not a threat.
And we got to get this right. And if you're not on the train to get it right, then that means you might need to be recalled.
Now, legally, the board has until July 23rd to put someone else in the place. That's because Adam Smith had 6 months as interim, and the law requires that he then either sign the contract or somebody else is signed on as a permanent superintendent. So the board then tried to choose to vote on Monday, but they couldn't even agree on that. And they will have a regularly scheduled meeting on Thursday, and it's likely this could come up then. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions here. We're hearing from people that there's going to be attempts at recalls of all of the board members who did not side with Adam Smith tonight. All of that remains to be seen, but we will keep you updated on WBRZ.com. At the school board office, Alexis Maroney, WBRZ News 2.